Alright, what's up everybody? We are on Season 1, Episode 15 of Vinland Saga, which is called After Yule. What a absolutely heartbreaking episode that we just come off of. You know, on one hand, I really think, and I said it in the review, that it is the beauty of this show, how it can give you these super powerful, almost standalone spin-off type of episodes, you know, seemingly. It really can give you that. You just don't see it coming at all. The way that it started off the episode already and introduced us to this new character of Anne and sort of her struggles with religion, right? Christianity in her case. And yeah, you don't have an idea what it's going to be about, what it's going to be connecting to, who this Anne is. And then they show you, like, she's about to be a victim of a real tragedy happening, right? And it's also just a reminder how, at the same time, you have these characters that you're spending so much time with, Askeladd's crew, and you'd almost be inclined to start warming up to them and to appreciate particular characters, right? I mean, Askeladd himself, in all fairness, definitely became sort of one of my favorite characters too. I'll be very honest about that, right? And then you have, of course, the brothers and the monk, who I didn't even mention. The monk was trying to rescue them and stuff, right? I wasn't even aware of that in the moment, how the monk was like calling out, like, leave your houses and stuff, and then they captured him, I think. I don't think we saw what happened to him yet or something, right? So I wonder what we're going to see there. But yeah, again, it's like those brothers, like I said, Askeladd, and just everybody in the crew, and seeing them, you know, have a good time on many occasions, right? But then at the same time, this episode was a reminder of, like, this is the type of crimes that they commit simultaneously. And you know, I guess for me, I mean, yeah, I don't really know where I want to go with it. I do very much just wonder then, because a couple of times earlier in the show so far, I've had this impression that, like, oh, certain characters that was introducing us to were going to still play a larger role. So that happened with maybe Jabbath, who I definitely expected to still come back. I mean, could still happen, of course, that's the thing. Would not be surprised. Because that episode in itself also felt very much sort of like a spin-off type deal. Then we also had Hordaland, the slave character, right? Who Thorfinn had this confrontation with, or this conversation rather, I should say. I felt like, okay, she was going to be of some importance, but then we didn't see her come back. And now it's this Anne character where, like, I mean, I don't think that her future is going to be any brighter or something. After what happened here, it seems like she's just destined to be leading a life of tragedy even more in the future. But I wonder if we're gonna see more of her or not, or if this really was just it. Because like I said, that's just overall what's been the highlight of the show so far to me, is how it can give you these sort of standalone type stories for particular characters. And then, yeah, you just don't see it coming whatsoever, right? So where are we going to go from here? That's the big question. I think for now I've said everything that I need to say, and I just want to dive into this next episode. So guys, if you enjoy my reactions to Vinland Saga, then of course you can already watch the next 8 episodes right now over my Patreon. That is linked on top of the description. Over there, seeing as we're already on episode 15, we'll be on episode 23, so that's 1 episode away from the finale of the first season. So you can catch up all the way up until there right now. Linked on top of the description as always, along with, of course, full-length reactions if you want to see me react to the episodes in their entirety. Your support is very much appreciated and allows me to make these videos in the first place, so keep that in mind as well. Yeah, and then for now, we're gonna dive into episode 15 of Vinland Saga. Here we go.
そうか。クヌートは死んだか。いえ、正確には行方不明とのことです。ラグナル隊はクヌート王子の救出を試み、マールバラにてトロケル軍と交戦。混乱の中、王子殿下の消息も途絶えました。
Is this Canute's mom then as well? I mean, she sure looks like him.
トロケル軍に囲われておるのではないか。は、ですが、その後2日間、殿下とおぼしき姿は敵軍中に。
Are they gonna figure that they're in Wales?
クヌートがもし兄のハラルドを上回る器量を持ち合わせていたならば、行方知れずになどならずに済んだかもしれんな。ああ、雪が降る。戦争が終わる。
Ragnarok is coming.
冬よ。お前は戦士の心さえ凍らせるのか。
Freeze the heart of warriors.
冬よ。
Thorkel remains a joker. Both, of course. I'm kind of surprised that we are following Thorkel and his side, you know? Oh, okay, they're just kind of using these. I mean, what else you gotta do with your time? Exactly. It's in their nature.
だがよ、それに関しちゃちと悪い噂を聞いたぜ。今度ウェセックスの賢人会議でな、スベン王がブレトワルダとして認められるそうだ。
ブレット・ウォーラー？
それって全面降伏じゃん。
だな。
つまんねえな。世界中がずーっと喧嘩してたらいいな。
Oh my god. The mindset of these warriors. We've dived into it a lot before, of course, but it reminds me of the first episode where you had these guys, or maybe the second, and they just wanted to fight, you know, like that was their whole purpose.
ここにいることを宣伝しねえで済む。なら、あいつらをなんとかしろよ。どっから見ても農民には見えねえぞ。
Oh, Ragnar and the monk and Canute.
そっちも見張っとけ。あいつらなんかあるたびに許しをこわにゃなんないのか。
See, so it's them that are Christians as well. Like we saw Canute, of course, praying to the cross before.
ここに眠る村人たちの魂をどうか身元にお召しください。
Yeah, they're
この者たちを殺めし者たちの魂をお救いください。
praying to have their sins forgiven with everything they did, of course, to the people at the village.
父よ、あなたが良き者も悪しき者も等しく愛されるというのなら、何のために無力な私たちを試されるのですか。我らの父よ、私はあなたの愛を疑っています。
Oh, damn. Even Canute is upset by that. Yeah, can't be showing your doubts, man. That's what fate is about. What are you gonna do about it, Canute? You gonna punch him? I mean, Canute does have like a high and mighty complex, I guess, at the end of the day. Just in a different kind of way. Maybe he would make a good king. Oh, so they caught on to them.
地元領主から援軍の要請が来ておりまして、生き残った村民の話によると、敵兵はおおよそ100から200。すでに近隣の兵が向かって。
Wait, they took her in?
ここは不明とどろくトルケル閣下にもぜひ。
They took Anne?
どうも雪に振り込められて休息中ってとこが。十中八九は。
Yep, he knows, 100% certain. Oh no, man, we're gonna get a third confrontation. This has always been waiting for. Exactly. The ear is gonna hear it coming. That's someone peeing.
50か100か林伝いに正しい包囲線を伸ばしてる。
Multiple people peeing, actually.
嗅ぎつけられんのが早いな。無理だぜ今夜なんて。ソリはまだ2台しかできてねえ。昨日3台目にかかったとこだ。
Oh, they're trying to get out of here with sleds.
だから夜までに仕上げろ。間に合わねえ荷車は捨てる。無理だっつうの。
Wait, what? Are they gonna have to...
しかいねえんだ。イングランド軍にここがバレ。
Are they gonna have to abandon people in their own crew then?
この雪かき分けてきやがった。ベオルン、ゴロスキどもに応戦の体制を取らせろ。 指揮官は捉えるぞ。なんでバレたか知りてえ。了解。
Sees that commanding officer.
もう一つ
Is he talking about Torko?
いい機会だ。ついでにあれやるぞ。
Oh no, what is that other thing?
ちょっとやばいんじゃねえか。アシェラットの月の話さ。月
But if they're going to counterattack them, then what's the purpose of the sleds in the first place? Yeah. He's not really seemingly in control, but I mean he has some type of plan that the others don't know about.
一人で食うのか焼くのかそれ。
だったらなんだよ。
肉だけの飯は良くないぞ。野菜と一緒に食え。そのウサギは
Eat your
スープに
greens.
してやろう。殿下、そら豆とキャベツとウサギです。トルフィンが
Oh, he's gonna have dinner with
ス
them.
ープに加えたらいかがかと。
Dude, he's literally dressing up like a female now.
血を抜いて内臓を洗っておけ。
Oh god. I don't want to say it, but just the image of him doing the cooking.
ウサギのおかげだ。塩漬け肉には開いていた。
It's making him seem even more female now. The little strands on the side.
そなたのウサギだ。
God.
貴族ってのは食うばかりだと思ってたぜ。趣味だ。普段は作らぬし、ラグナルの他は誰も知らぬ。そなたも口外してはならぬぞ。別に悪かねえだろ。
I mean, it is not. I do a lot of cooking myself.
私にタラの料理を作った時な。良い出来だったので、父王陛下に持って行ったことがある。だが、
Wow.
召し上がるどころか激しくお怒りになった。
What the
王の子が
hell?
良しき奴隷の真似事をするな。
Oh, okay, yeah.
以来僕は料理などせぬことに。
I see. I was more thinking about like male-female stereotype, but it's actually more like slave versus, you know, regular person stereotype.
戦が終わったら鶏料理でも作ってお持ちしましょう。きっと喜んでくださいます。ニコゴリを上手に使っておりましてな。
ニコゴリか。なるほどな。
Thorfinn is only focused on one thing. Holy shit, he saw that coming a mile away.
敵に見つかったっす。東の森で戦闘がおっ始まりました。
何？
大した兵数じゃなさそうですが、一応用心してください。
どういうことじゃ？
It's already started.
潜んでまだ10日だぞ。なぜバレた？
知るかよなの。
だから初めからウェールズに引き返せと。
いや、向かうのはダービーっす。
Derby.
この魚に及んでまだ敵地を進むと抜かすか。アシェラと連れてこい。今すぐだ。
今は前線で指揮を取ってます。話があるならご自分で出向けばいいんじゃないですか。
Okay, okay, okay. So I guess they were already sort of getting back into England. I just wasn't even aware of it.
己の月の有無を見定められんで何がノルド戦士か。今日こそ剣にかけて愚かさを思い知らせてや
Damn,
る。
dude, he's not taking any shit.
時の声はあっちから聞こえるぞ。
やっと気づいたか。鈍いなあんた。
Oh no.
貴様ら何を。
What's happening? Oh, wait, did he? He just got pierced already. Oh my god.
貴様ら。
アシュラットの命令なんでね。
Really?
アシェラとここへ呼び、大事な話がある。急げ。伺いましょう。その遺言。
Wow. He's right here. All Ragnar cares about is keeping the prince safe.
あの腰抜け王子をよくぞ今日まで生かしてくださった。そして貴殿の死がさらなる成長を促すでしょう。
How?
お役目は 今日から私が引き継ぎます。
Oh, he
イ
really,
ングランド兵に殺された貴殿の代わりにね。
he really was serious about that political.
不足なくわしの後を引き継ぎ、何があろうと、クヌート殿下
Yeah.
をお守りすると。何があろうとクヌート殿下をお守りし、戦士ラグナルの意義ある死に報い。ご満足かな。
Ragnar is gonna let him do it too now. That's the sad part.
貴様などに殿下を託そうとは。
Yeah, he knows that he has no other option.
血をだいぶ失っておられる。イエリングの帝臣たちは今、時代のデンマーク王の座をめぐって大きく二派に分かれておる。クヌート殿下は一方の派閥の旗頭にされておる。もう一方はクヌート様の兄、
Oh.
ハラルド様だ。両殿下のご意志など関係ない。
What?
関心どもの勝手な勢力争いだ。
Wow, so there's a whole different power struggle happening with the Danish too.
の分裂を恐れたのだろう。
Yeah.
おそらく一つの決断を内心に下された。両殿下のうちどちらかを殺そうと。スベン王が王子。
Oh.
こたび王陛下が殿下を戦場へ伴ったのは
Just so there wouldn't be the infighting.
させるためだ。
Oh my god, then he literally chose Canute to be sacrificed. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
お父上のスベン王陛下、その
Now the
人の
cooking scene. Oh, yeah, I get it all.
亡命しろ。もはやそれしかない。
Go into exile. That kind of tells you that
わしの弟は
Askeladd chose the wrong pawn.
つけていて。
Holy shit, man. I guess Askeladd realized now it's going to be more difficult than he had imagined.
ってこって
Yeah.
早めに言ってくれよ。
Oh, this is so fucked up.
頼む。一目殿下に。お別れよ。ダメだ。
God, these episodes are so good, man. Holy shit. Yeah, suddenly all the puzzle pieces start falling into place, and it also puts, for example, the little bit before the intro in a whole different perspective. And the scene that we got with Canute and his father, where he was cooking, you know, dinner for him, and then the father just threw it away and showed that disrespect towards him, right? Because in the beginning, again, we had that conversation where Floki was there, telling him how Canute got captured and everything, and then it was briefly mentioned how, like, oh, maybe if Canute would have exceeded Harold's capabilities or something, he would have been fine now or something, right? So all of that was already hinting, of course, at Canute's, well, we've known this about Canute in all fairness, his personality and not being the typical warrior that you'd expect, and it's obviously something that the king himself sees too. And so now being made aware of the fact that there was this kind of power struggle going on within the Denmark, I guess, or within the Danish people, that yeah, like now, I mean, you the one thing that it does make me wonder is like, okay, who the hell would be backing up Canute? You know, I'm just gonna be honest about that, because I totally get it. Like I don't mean that I want the worst for him or something at all, right? But I'm just saying that, like, yeah, Canute doesn't really fit in this world. That's just the truth of it all. It's the very logical perspective, and it makes sense that let's be honest, everybody here feels that way. The only person who didn't was Ragnar. So, and it's great to see Ragnar also just unequivocally, is that the right word? But like just back him up without any questioning or something, right? He was the only one who did that for Canute. But like I said, everything falls into place. Like, yeah, now it makes sense why the king then also chose to send Canute into battle when he wasn't a warrior in the first place, and why he threw that dinner away and always, you know, had that. I mean, I don't know if he ever, like, if he doesn't love his son, he might still, but he finds him the lesser of his sons, if that makes sense. You know, I'm automatically kind of reminded of like Lord of the Rings, which I'm a fan of, right? And there you have Denethor, who has his two sons, Boromir and Faramir, and there's a similar situation going on, but it's like in there he didn't love he loved one of his sons, and then the other one he really kind of despised. I don't know if the king here necessarily despised Canute. You know, we haven't really seen if that's the case or not. Again, he was just forced to make a choice. And yeah, then it's obvious what choice you're going to make in this situation. You're going to go with the son that's the more capable one. So, yeah, I mean, other than that, it's going to be interesting now, though, to see what Askeladd does with this information. I mean, he's going to be the one taking on Ragnar's role, and it's clear that Askeladd was serious when he talked about wanting to gain that political influence then, I guess. But what is his next objective going to be then? I assume to get rid of Harold, right? To get rid of that brother of Canute. But Ragnar said that he needed to go into exile or something, right? And that he needed to, I guess, sort of... Well, by exile, I presume he means sort of pretending to be... I don't know. Yeah, to either completely disconnect or maybe like fake their defeat or something, right? Like fake that they've all died, perhaps. Something like that I could see happening. And then in complete stealth, go and try to take out Harold so that you can put Canute on the throne. I guess that's kind of the objective that we're working towards. But I could be, you know, wrong about that. Yeah, I think I've really touched on everything that was important to talk about. Of course, we saw some glimpses of Thorkel, but there's not too much to go on there. We saw how Anne had actually... I don't know if she had actually, like, joined Thorkel there. I think that's what they were trying to show us, but it could also have been that, like, she talked to people that Thorkel knew or something. But, you know, that was interesting. I mean, it's just nice to see a little still glimpse at, like, okay, what happened with her. I assume she won't really play then much of a role further anymore, but... Just another great episode, guys. I love how, you know, this show so naturally keeps moving from story beat to the next story beat. And it's all, yeah, it's also, like I said, natural really is the best word to describe it. It reminds me of all of my favorite shows, you know, whether it's been anime actually so far, but also like a lot of live action shows that I myself loved. It's that similar approach that it takes, and it's what I appreciate so much about it. So can't wait to see where we go in the next one. For now, I hope you all enjoyed my reaction, of course, to this episode. Of course, guys, the next 8 episodes will already be up over my Patreon, so you can catch up all the way up until episode 23 right now. Linked on top of the description, as always, along with full-length reactions, if you want to see me react to the episodes in their entirety. But then with that being said, I want to thank you all for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you back in the next episode.